Hello everyone, my name is Daniel Dyer. I'm the nephew of the late Maureen Hill. As everyone gathers here today to pay tribute and celebrate the life of my aunt Maureen, I would like to take this time to thank all involved with today's memorial. I am saddened that myself or my mother Helen, Maureen's sister, or my father Dave could not be there in person. We hope your celebration today is a wonderful reminder of Maureen's life. For those here today that we had a chance to meet during our stay 2 weeks ago, I say hello friends. The stories we heard about Maureen's life touched so many in so many ways was inspirational. You see, it didn't matter to her if you were a stranger or a friend. If you or the community needed something, Maureen would have a hand up ready to organise or help. While here we saw this same attitude in the people of Madang. Your willingness to help in any way has been endearing to us in the time we spent here. I am sure that your willingness to help each other was also Maureen's own inspiration. No one achieves anything alone in life, and Maureen was the same. Her accomplishments were inspired by you, the community of Madang, but the work was done by the many who volunteered their time and resources. To those unnamed many over the years, I know Maureen appreciated you all. Maureen's teaching staff and house staff, current and from days gone by, especially a huge thanks to Joanne, Helen, Belinda and Lydia. Without your support, ladies and gentlemen, Maureen would never have been able to accomplish so much of what she has been able to do in all those years. To you all, again we say thank you. To Robert, Massa, Stephen, Mike and Di, Kevin, Daisy, Leanne, Jeanette, the Barter family, and those who are working without recognition, we thank you for being there for Maureen in her last days of life. The hospital trips, the communication with the family, the organisation of today's tribute, we honour, love and thank you, fine folks, for all you have done. To Maureen's many close friends and confidants, you were her reason to enjoy a glass of wine, talk about the little things, and helped her decide the bigger decisions of her life. Thank you. She loved you all for your camaraderie, hugs, words of support and encouragement, also the occasional debate or argument. For those unaware, Maureen was an adventurer. She travelled to some very remote areas of this planet, searching for experiences while looking and learning about the many ideas, cultures and beauty this world has to offer. Maureen has always been a wanderer at heart, and every now and then had to see over the next horizon. Of course now, Maureen is on another adventure, wandering over that horizon now with her husband and life partner, Sir Peter Hill. Maureen came to Madang from New Zealand in 1969, being towed along by her husband, Peter. You see, Peter had spent a few years working here in Madang as a junior plumber before opening his own business here. Peter loved PNG, and especially Madang. He wanted his new wife to love it too. Maureen found it hard at first. She didn't know the culture, the language, or have any friends here. It was completely different to her world. You see, she was a farmer's daughter, living on a remote farm on D'Urville Island, just north of the South Island of New Zealand. All I can say is just look it up on Google Maps. Growing up, she knew how to rough it and make the most of little things. What makes Maureen so special is she saw what Peter could see, an opportunity to help build and shape a community. So she became an active figure in Madang and PNG's growth. Maureen also saw many opportunities to improve the lives of locals, while encouraging many well-needed money-raising organisations with their benefits to invest in Madang's community. I would say Maureen has been a major part of raising millions of kina over her 50-year span, especially while running or being part of organisations like Country Women's Association, Red Cross, Rotary International, and many more. If she wasn't teaching first aid to sailors, she was organising markets and containers of goods to be sold or donated. Of course, this also includes many charities supporting your local schools and children's welfare. In between all that, she also spearheaded many of PNG's women's health programs, raising awareness of issues with the general health system here in Madang. Over 50 years ago, Maureen was given a special opportunity to become an educator. She saw in this an opportunity to fulfil a passion of hers by opening her own preschool. It became known as Mrs. Hill Nursery. Maureen used the school as a way to develop her own style of education on young minds. Due to her work, she was tirelessly dedicated to a school and many charitable ventures that came with it over the years, always hoping that her efforts would also encourage others to follow her example. I know there are others in this crowd today who would take up where Maureen left off and continue her legacy. It does not have to be just one person, as Maureen has taught many. Maureen and I have spoken about her students, curious to know where they have ended up. She was always proud to tell me that they have gone on to become many different things, like airline pilots, captains on ships, lawyers, medical professionals, and many more important careers, showing how important it is for the right educational start in life. Speaking of education, you'll be happy to know Maureen's education program has been picked up by the Divine Word University here in Madang. We visited the establishment's small schoolhouse with Father Philip Gibbs, and we support their plans for the future. As a final act of generosity, Maureen has bequeathed the money from sales of her Madang properties and items to be invested to help run the school into the future. So a part of Maureen will always remain working diligently to educate those minds who will someday again be your inspiration and future guiding lights. Maureen has been recognised and rewarded many times for her dedication, even being honoured with the title of Dame Maureen Hill. In true character of a very humble lady, Maureen was always downplaying that title, though I know she used it to influence some folks occasionally. Though my family may have lost a sister, a daughter, a friend, and of course my favourite aunt, it's you, the people of Papua New Guinea, especially the people and community of Madang. You have lost an educator, an adventurer, a leader, but the saddest of all is you have lost your mother of Madang. We remember and honour Maureen for her life of sacrifice. May she rest in peace. God bless you all. Thank you.